Hi guys, how are you? Okay, it's Sunday night and we are going to be on Groundhog's Day for like the next 3 weeks. So, I hope you're ready for a lot of streams because that's really what's going to be going on because that's what life is going to be like right now. And I'm going to promise to
Hi guys.
Whoa.
How are you?
Oh my goodness.
Sunday night. And we are gonna be on Groundhog's Day for like
Hold
the
on.
next 3 weeks. So I hope you're ready for a lot of streams because that's really what's gonna be going on because that's
Why is this? Okay, sorry. I don't know why that was on. That was ridiculous. Okay, anyways. Okay, anyways, welcome to my channel. It's going to be Groundhog's Day. And I'm going to keep you busy and I'm going to keep you entertained for the next few weeks. I'm going to try to keep your mind off of things. I'm going to try to make you laugh. I'm going to try to make you laugh, try to make you smile, try to do all those things. We are going to talk about a lot of things, reality television. And I know for many of you that Sister Wives is on tonight, but instead of doing Sister Wives tonight, since I can catch it in the morning and still do the recap for you, I figured we could just get this video done because I have been promising it to you for days. So I asked you on Instagram and on Facebook to tell me some of your assumptions you had about me. And then I said I would answer them. And I had a lot. Like, I remember the first time I did an assumptions video, I didn't have a very big channel, so I only had like a few. And I had to like beg people to give me assumptions. But this time around, I had so many. So there were a lot. There were some duplicates, but I will do my best. I'm not going to put them up. I'm just going to read them off my phone. That way I don't have to like spend as much time piddly pattering on my dashboard that I'm working on there. Okay, so we're going to just start from the beginning. But before we do start, is anyone else having like super dry hands from all of the hand washing? Oh my goodness. My hands hurt right now. I've been washing my hands so much. And as you can see, I've been getting into fights with kitties. We have 2 new kittens. They are downstairs, but they are finally doing so much better, which is amazing. They're playing with their other brothers today. And overall, I've been pretty stoked, pretty happy with all of this new kitty land. And then I have a bunch... I have a number of, if you have a specific assumption that you didn't get in and you didn't turn in, use the super chat feature if you want it to be seen. Otherwise, I can't guarantee I will be getting to everything. These chats can get extremely busy, and if the moderators need me to put on the slow mode, just let me know. Okay, love this channel. Thank you for everything, Katie. Thanks, Pilot Pete. And thank you to my newest member, Molly. Awesome. Okay. Ugh, I keep queuing it up and then it disappears. Okay. All right, so here's where we got. You make your husband sit down to go, you know, I don't even know what that means. You make your husband sit down to go. That's just not, I don't even, what? No. Why would I make him sit down? That's weird. That if you won the lottery, this is from Jessie Bear, my moderator, that if you won the lottery, you would still work because you're a workaholic. You are 100% true on that. I'm a super duper workaholic. I've always been a workaholic. And that's true, Jessie Bear. Ooh, Jessie Bear with another one says that I am your favorite. That would be relatively accurate. Although I do have a few favorites. Jessie Bear is definitely one of my favorites. She has been a moderator on this channel for a very long time, a friend of mine for a very long time, and I love her very much. So that would be true. You are one of my favorites. Kat Musketeer says that I'm awesome. That's sweet. I'm waiting for some not so nice ones. that you're a strong, strong lady. Well, I'm actually small, really small. I'm only 5'3". So physically strong, not so much. Emotionally strong, a titch. Only out of necessity. You know, like how they say you're only as strong as you, like, you don't even know how strong you will be. You don't even know how strong you can be until it's your only option. That's kind of how I am. Like, once you don't even have another option, you just have to be strong. That's how I classify my strength. Brittany Carlson says that you're an amazing mother of a special needs child, and it's why I follow you. Well, thanks, Brittany. I definitely love my V. He is the sweetest little boy ever. I just was a little bit late tonight because I was putting him to bed, but yes, thank you. I think you're a cool girl who is not afraid. This is from S. Lopez. I think you're a cool girl who is not afraid of saying what she thinks and stating her opinions. It depends on who I'm talking to. Like, I don't have a large network of friends because I really don't have, I'm an introvert. If I just met you and you saw me on the street, I would probably not be super outspoken or even really talkative. I'm actually relatively quiet. But if you know me, yes, I will absolutely tell you how I feel. Scarlett said, this is my moderator, you don't get enough salt and don't own enough S&J Modest activewear. I believe I get a lot of salt just by hanging out with Scarlett, who is my saltiest moderator. And I certainly do not own enough S&J Modest wear. This is the line that my moderators joke that they started a few years ago. That you Krabby Cakes says that you pick your nail polish. Krabby Cakes, I have to tell you a secret. I don't wear nail polish because I pick my nail polish. And I pick my fingers. I actually it's my problem. I chew on my fingers when I get really stressed out. I'm a picker. And it's worse because of I have ADHD. And it's always been bad. It's a nervous habit I have. It's like I can't sit still. And even though I take medications for it, now I still pick. And like my doctors and I were just like, can I get rid of this? And they were just like, well, if it's the worst thing that you're doing right now, it's fine. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the other stuff that I was doing that wasn't great went away. The picking didn't. So that's where we're at. Marika Sweden says that you are an overprotecting but loving mother. I am an overprotective mother out of necessity. So if my son was not normal, like neurotypical and was healthy, I don't think I would be as overprotective as I am. But because of his health issues, I have to be because he doesn't have a typical life. So I have to take care of everything. And so I have to be overprotective. I hope that makes sense. But I always think if he was just didn't have as many medical issues, it would be a lot different. I would be a lot more free-spirited because I'm pretty free-spirited. Welcome, Sherelle. Thank you for becoming a member. Okay. Kicking Up says that you are a true and honest person and that you speak your mind, and I love it. For the most part, I think. Yeah, I'm very honest. You can ask my husband that. Sometimes almost too honest. Sometimes overly honest. You know what I mean? Sometimes my honesty comes out in all the wrong places. Thank you, medication, because before I was on my ADHD medication, my honesty would get the better of me, and I would literally tell people, you know those things that you think about people that you shouldn't say, but you think, and you just don't like that person, but you just can't fake it? Yeah, that was me before medication. I would not like you, and I couldn't fake it. Now I can not like someone and not have to tell them I don't like them. Before I had to tell people I didn't like them. Doug Z Craft, he adores me, says that you know more about me than one would realize. I don't know. Do I know as much about you, Doug? I don't know. I know you send me messages a lot, but I don't really talk to you very much, so I'm not sure about that. Love to Grow Roses says, I think you're a very strong person and you're very protective of your family. Yes, very true. These are actually so nice assumptions. Like sometimes assumptions can get pretty mean, but these are pretty good. Okay. Um, Kella Lily. Oh, I love that. Kella Lily says, you're sensitive. And I say that in a good way. I'm very sensitive. Very sensitive. Although I'm better. I'm not as sensitive as I used to be. I feel like once I hit 40, I was a lot less like affected by things. I feel like 40 was like that epiphany where I was just like, I don't give a flying. But I'm definitely very sensitive. I sometimes like wear my heart on my sleeve too much. JJ2 Cherry says that you are truthful, loving, and protective of your families. Okay. Kay McGowan says that you won't have more children. Nope. That road is closed. It's sealed. The doctor made sure that my husband can't do those things anymore. We are not having any more kids. I was actually totally fine with one. It was like one of those, like, I was addicted. I've always like wanted to work and be a career person. And so my husband wanted kids and I said, we can have one. And he was like, okay. Like he wanted more than that, but I said I just wanted one. And then when I had my son, the pregnancy was really, really tough on me. I had a lot of complications. And then they told me that I would have a lot of these same complications if I had another pregnancy. So rather than going through a second pregnancy, we just decided to be done. And then Just Me Jamie says that you're my favorite kind of person. Oh, just Jamie, I love you. You've been one of my subscribers for a very long time. I know, I love this, that the assumptions are super sweet right now. Carrie says that I'm an awesome and great mom. Sometimes. Ooh, S. Vanny Wall says that you order in your groceries so you don't have to see people. Okay, I do order my groceries. Who else loves to order their groceries through like pickup? My Walmart, we live in the country, so we don't have delivery. Like no one delivers to our house. But I do order to go like pick up for Walmart. And it's not because I don't want to see people, it's because I don't want to go in the store. I really get a lot of anxiety being in a store around a lot of people, but it's mostly just because of the chaos. Like, I don't like having to deal with like people being slow. I don't like, and then we order them because I don't want to have to deal with the germs in the store, and I don't have a lot of free time. So that's what we do it. Janie Girl says, I assume that you're a controlling person because you can't control a lot of your son's health problems. I'm actually I don't think I'm a very controlling person. I feel like I have to keep things very organized in our house and like in our family. And I'm the person that like does our finances and that kind of stuff. But like there aren't like, if you were to ask my husband, like, do I control what he does? No. Like, I don't tell him, you can't buy this, you can't buy that, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Like, I'm pretty laid back. Like, he's like, oh, I'm going to go out. And I'm like, okay, bye. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not very controlling. I don't like to be like, I'll control the cleanliness. I like to clean, but I'm not a very controlling person. Shenanigans Shadow says that you are an animal lover. That is absolutely obvious. Okay. And then Linny says that you shouldn't refer to your phone. Oh, she said that you're egotistical and always have to be right. I'm actually not egotistical at all. I do not think very highly of myself. Like, I'm confident. And I've been doing this long. I would say I'm more assertive, but not egotistical. That's actually never a adjective that people use to describe me. No. And that she said, I also shouldn't refer to my followers as fans because they are subscribers. You're not a star. Okay. I call them subscribers. People tell me they're fans. They're like, I'm your biggest fan. Okay. So I guess I don't have fans. I guess they're just subscribers. I don't really know what the difference is. Aren't subscribers people that watch you because they like you? Wouldn't that constitute what a fan is? Can you please elaborate, Linny? Oh, wait, you can't. Okay. That you are an introvert and shy in real life. I am an introvert. I am not super shy. I'm what's called like a friendly introvert, but I don't often initiate conversations with people that I don't know. So if you were to see me out, if I'm in the line at the checkout, I'm not going to be like, hey, checkout lady, how are you doing? Like a lot of times I have to be like, oh, hi. Or like when I drop my son off at school and people want to talk to me, I always have to remember that people want to talk to me. And I have to remind myself sometimes to say hi because I kind of get focused on like whatever it is that I'm doing. Not because I'm egotistical, but because I'm usually trying to stick to the plan that we have for my son because of he has ASD. I don't know what got this. See, look, you people are saying, my people are saying that I have a fan. Yeah, I would think you have to be a fan to be a subscriber. Right, okay. That you use essential oils instead of modern medicine. That is absolutely not true. And they said they said just kidding. Pinchy Pokalita said you are a very nice person and have a good heart and you're also a good friend. Sometimes you'd have to ask my friend Dana. Lately, I have not been the best friend, mostly because I am very busy. It's been very hard for me to be a good friend with my son, my work, and my family. That's the one area I wish I had more time for was friendships, but with his needs, I just don't have a lot of friends. We stay home a lot and we don't go out a lot because of his health. And so I just don't have time. And then I'm working to support the family, to help our family like be in a better financial position, that kind of stuff. Just Joanna. Ooh, Joanna, I love you, girl. Says that you've had to become reserved. I love your personality and miss your wild side. I think I've become a little bit more reserved on YouTube, mostly because I've went through some stuff a few months ago, obviously, that kind of made me feel like I needed to hold back a little bit because of what people were using against me. But I don't think I'll ever not be who I am. I just think I'm going to be smarter sometimes about what I share. Alfred says that you were popular in high school. I was actually not popular. I was not popular, but I was not popular. Does that make sense? I was like in the, oh, Matt, thank you for the super chat, says, I love you, Katie, and everyone here. I was the girl in high school that had a very small group of friends. There was five of us, I think, maybe six on a good day that hung out, mostly four. There was like four of us that were in a group, and then I had one girl that I was like very, very close to. But beyond that, I didn't have like a ton of friends. And we were not in the popular group per se, but we were not in like the group that wasn't like, we weren't like the mean girls, or we weren't like the outcasts. Like we were invited to everything. We hung out with the girls that were popular. We were invited to their parties, that kind of stuff, but we weren't like the popular girls. None of us dated boys from school because we went to a really small high school. There was only 90 kids in my class, and I never dated anyone that was in my same grade. I never actually dated anyone in my high school except for, well, in freshman year, I dated a boy that was a couple years older than me. But after that, every boyfriend that I had or anyone that I dated was from another school. So I was like in the medium group. I was in the, we're on the peripheral. We were kind of like the alternative girls, but sort of popular. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Some of the girls from high school that were like in different groups just said that I was pretty inclusive and just was nice to everyone. There's this girl that I still keep in touch with. Her name is Amy. She sometimes comments on my Facebook. She gets very protective of me. She's really sweet. Hi, Amy. Amy always says that I was like the super like inclusive, like I would talk to anyone. I was nice to everyone kind of girl. That was me. Family and friends come to you for advice. Not always. Sometimes. Sometimes they don't though, because I'll tell them what they don't want to hear. So sometimes they avoid me. You desperately want J-Rod to teach you how to dress and do your makeup. This is absolutely true. I need her to teach me how to put on more green eyeshadow. You like cats more than dogs. That is actually not accurate. I like them the same. I am an equal opportunity animal lover. Orange the Lauren says, not really an assumption, but I always thought you would be a great teacher. I debated actually being a teacher for quite some time. It was actually on my list of things to do. My degree was in Spanish and I wanted to be a Spanish teacher. But I did an internship my senior year with kids in kindergarten or first grade, and I did not like it. And I was like, I am not going to be a teacher. But I do enjoy children. I think you're nice. Thank you. This lady said that I'm a bad lady boss just trying to make the world a better place. I think so. This Elizabeth says, you have a BA in English due to your well-organized, highly engaging content. Interestingly, I went to college at the University of Minnesota and I wanted to be an English major. I wanted to major in creative writing because I always wanted to be a writer. I was always a storyteller. But I didn't do very well in my first creative writing class. And I decided instead that I was going to study Spanish because I wanted to study abroad in Spain. But when you are a language major, you have to be very organized. So even though I wasn't an English major, anytime you're learning and studying a language of any kind, it's, you're writing papers, you're organizing thoughts constantly. Arlene says that I delete comments. I actually don't delete a lot of comments, only comments that are really not very nice. But for the most part, this is the funniest assumption is people think that I literally spend all my time on social media. But I actually, of all of my social media profiles, the one I spend the least amount of time with is on Facebook. So you can probably go on Facebook at any time and see comments that are not nice. Mama says that I'm really high strung. Have I ever tried THC? I used to be a complete and utter stoner, but I do not touch it anymore. It does not work for me. It actually makes me extremely anxious. And I don't think I'm necessarily high strung. I'm active, if that makes sense. Like high strung to me, it makes me like people that are high strung, I feel like are highly like they have to control everything. They have to like be in control of everything. And that's really not how I am. I'm pretty laid back, actually. It's a weird conundrum to be on the go with my ADHD, but super laid back. But people with ADHD will probably understand that. That your drink of wine is your drink of choice is wine. That's true. You seem to be an accepting person. I am. That I'm an introvert. I am. That I'm a free spirit and a logical thinker. I am. I assume that you're short. I am short. I'm 5'3". You're rather sad. You are being a little Bully-esque. I don't agree with this statement. See, I feel like people, if you report and commentate on things, and if you aren't super nice all the time, people automatically say that you're being a Bully. And that's not the case. It's not like I'm knocking down people's doors and telling them like I hate them and I'm going to like make their life miserable. Like that's just not true. We throw that word around so easily that sometimes when we say it, it gets to a point where you feel like it doesn't even mean anything. I'm completely against that. So that doesn't even make sense. That I'm super fun to be around when I'm awake. That the hate didn't bother you. For the most part, the hate online doesn't really bother me. I actually ignore a lot of it, to be honest. I don't really read a lot of the comments. You sound angry at times. I don't get angry. I get annoyed. Imagine having like 3,000 people constantly telling you, like demanding things from you. or trying to poke your buttons all the time, and then you're not in the mood and you just finally pop off. I feel like sometimes I'm not angry, I'm assertive, and people just wrongly assume I'm mad. You don't put up with anyone's crap, that's true. That I'm a down-to-earth person, yes. That I'm the best YouTuber ever. Wow, that's amazing. That you're a Scorpio and you're obsessed with cats like me. I am a Scorpio and I am obsessed with cats. That I'm a neat freak. I am a neat freak. If you met a Duggar, it wouldn't go well. They'd hate you. Well, I think Jill would like me, and Amy already likes me. So I don't think that's true. That you have Italian grandparents. I actually do not have a single Italian grandparent. I am primarily German with some English and maybe a little bit of Danish, I think. Maybe a little Hungarian. I did have an assumption, but you've changed it. Now my assumption is that you're sweet and good. Oh, so you must not have liked me. Cool, great. I'm glad you changed your mind. Okay, those were my ones from Instagram. Now let me get to the other ones. I told you there was a lot. There was a lot of assumptions. My hands are so sore right now. You want to adopt more animals? No, I'm good. I'm good with 6 right now. You say it as it is, and you speak your mind in a respectful manner. I definitely try to be respectful because I was taught growing up that people to use I statements when you speak to people and to try not to be rude and yell because yelling never changes anyone's opinion. That I'm very passionate about animal welfare. I am very passionate. When I first started watching you, I thought you were 25 and single. That's sweet. I'm definitely not 25. I would maybe want to be 25 again. Would I? I don't know. I like 40s. My 40s are great. With a child that's compromised, I assumed you cleaned your house with natural products. Well, and then she said, then I saw that you were buying other stuff. Well, let's be clear. More often than not, we use abrasive products in my house, mostly because of the lung stuff. But with what's currently going on, we have been using stronger stuff because we just want to make sure that everything is sanitized. In fact, tonight before I before I put my son to bed, I literally was I scrubbed down all the counters with Lysol. I ran around my entire house and wiped down everything with sanitizing wipes. I don't want any stuff in this house right now. I did all the doorknobs. I don't normally use that stuff, but right now I'll use anything to make sure that nothing gets in this home. That I'm a Virgo. I'm actually not a Virgo. Virgos are very controlled, I would say, and pragmatic, and that is not me. That you don't take anything from anyone and that you keep it all the way funky and that with people and you are direct in your approach to anything and don't beat around the bush and that you can respectfully disagree with people and still have an open dialogue with them. Yes. I always try to see other people's points of view unless, of course, they are being belligerent, and then I just tell them I'm not going to have a conversation with them. I don't like to argue, so I would just typically if that kind of stuff happens, I'll be like, just kidding, we're not going to talk anymore. I assume that you're a woman of many hats. 3/4 of those that you do not see. Yeah, you probably don't see what I do on a daily basis with my son, or with my house or my that kind of stuff. But yes, that I'm cautious, but your nature is to root for the underdog. I'm actually not very cautious. I used to not be cautious. In fact, I was very impulsive, and I'm the kind of person that kind of goes with my gut. And so if my gut says do this or do that, that's what I do. I'm more cautious now because of my son. I feel like I've had to become cautious because of him. But before him, no. I was free spirit, willy-nilly. I sometimes feel like the universe is laughing at me because they gave me a child with all of those needs because I was the person that was not a planner ever, and now I have to plan everything. This person says that I don't take criticism well. I actually do value criticism, and I don't think it would be, I would think it would be weird if people all liked me, and I think it would be weird if you didn't criticize me. In fact, a lot of things that people say I have done. I will implement, like suggestions about the channel, suggestions about how to improve things, but other things like you don't like my hair or you think I'm ugly or you know, you don't like my makeup. I'm not going to like take that. And then if you're just being mean, of course not. But just because like if it's a valid criticism, I will absolutely take it. But if it's just being petty, no, I won't take it. And I'll like clap back. That I'm very intelligent. I've heard that I have a high IQ. That's what my therapist told me. That I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe in. This is true. That you're good at research. I love to research. Research is my favorite thing. This person says that I was on a school newspaper. We didn't even have a school newspaper. No, I was not. That this person says that I'm a cosmic mom, cramming so much into life and also being a fantastic mom to my little boy. Sure, I don't know what that means. I think you're pretty amazing. No assumption needed. Okay, awesome. Thanks. That's all of them. I got through them all. Yay! Please tell us your secret to your youth. I have good genetics, I think. I drink a lot of water. I do not sleep very much. The secret to my youth right now is good concealer, a little bit of Botox. But I've always had good skin. You know, people struggle with like having breakouts and stuff, but I've never really struggled with that, so I think that helps. I'm active. I work out. We have an elliptical in our basement, so I do that in the winter and the summer. If it's not super humid, I love to run. I actually had to give up running because I've developed like arthritis in my knee, but then I lost like 30 pounds and then that got better. So I can run, but running is still very hard on my knees. And my orthopedic doctor told me that if I kept running, my arthritis would get worse. So I try not to run, but I get my running fix by doing the elliptical, and I do that like usually 4 to 5 times a week. So I work out a lot. I eat pretty healthy, although I do like chocolate and salt and vinegar chips. It's mostly just like genes, you know? Oh, what do I like to read? Okay, well, I don't have a lot of time to read, but I love to read. So when I do read, do you know what I love to read? I love the New York Times. I love the New York Times. I have subscriptions to so many different newspapers. That's how I get a lot of the information that I talk about. But I love the New York Times. It's such a good newspaper. They have such good, like, informative, like, in-depth, like, topics. I don't read all the sections of the New York Times, but I really like the New York Times. I love, like, just news. I love to read current events. If I'm reading a book, I typically like nonfiction. If I'm going to read a fiction book, I like suspense. I hope that makes sense. But I prefer nonfiction. Thank you for reading my assumptions. Always here to support when I can, and I've met some really good people because of you, Katie. Thank you, April. Thank you for your super chat. Oh, I have some other super chats here. Oh, Shodi, thank you for your super chat. Matt Todd, I love you, Katie, and everyone here. Thank you for your super chat. And then Pilot Pete gave me a super chat. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. We haven't been getting a lot of super chats lately, so this is nice. I love super chats. My son is an ASS. Well, my son is 7, so you're probably going to get hidden for that. You don't have to time him out. You can just hide him from the channel. Okay, you did hide him from the channel. Okay, good job. A bunch of people were like timing him out, and then like Renee's like, "You're gone." Okay, yeah, absolutely. You would definitely get hidden for that. Okay, provolone guy, you actually can't talk like that. Oh, Chris, I didn't see. You're sweet and you take the negative too easy. Oh, thank you, Chris, for a super chat. I'd missed that one. Thank you. And oh, Sherelle Scott, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, you guys, looks like there are some trolls that are infiltrating right now. Yep, we've got some troll infiltration right now. Hold on a second. I think there's somebody, I don't know who it is. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I put members only on because I don't know why those people were coming in all of a sudden. They are definitely out tonight. I don't know what just happened there. That was like a bunch of them that just showed up. Anyways, I'm super tired and I want to go downstairs and just like relax. But again, I want to just thank you guys so much for all of your questions or all of your assumptions and being really nice this time. It's been really fun watching this channel grow, and I appreciate your guys's. And people always say you guys all the time. I just want you to know that like in the Midwest, you know how like down south they say y'all? Like in the Midwest, we say you guys. It's just like, it just means like everyone. It's just like a thing we say, like, you guys. Anyways, everyone here has been so supportive, so great. So thank you guys so much for being so kind tonight. I hope you guys had a wonderful evening, and I will be back tomorrow. We will talk about all things sister wives as usual. All right, you guys. Good night. Bye.